thanks for coming out. Obviously, we're very, very disappointed as a football team. However, we need to focus on what's next for us. We have to look at the film where they get the corrections, and then we have to own it. And we have the coaches and players. We have to own the performance. We can't lie to ourselves. We got to go to the truth, got to go to the facts, see where we need to improve, and then make those improvements and get ready for a good Penn State team coming into our place. For our seniors last time in the woodshed. Penn State's a good team. We got to get healthy and we got to get ready to go. And so that's what we're going to do. We got to give Ohio State a lot of credit. It's a very talented team. In all three phases, they outplayed us. In pretty much all three phases, they outplayed us. And so it is what it is. Give them credit. They beat us. They were the much better team today, and that was obvious. And so we've got some work to do to get some things corrected, and we'll do that. Yeah, well, we were just not able to eliminate the explosives on defense. We weren't able to sustain drives on offense.
Would you call it a personnel thing or a scheme, or does it all kind of go together?
Well, I have to look at the film to be able to answer that accurately for you.
Well, how much of those first two turnovers on those second, third drives, how much did that really affect what the offense was doing?
Well, we've seen these guys on film jump out on people early, and so we knew that we couldn't allow that to happen because they can score quickly. They get out, they get up on you and get the crowd into it and all that, and then it's a wrap. And so, obviously that did affect us. We got behind early, and then at that point, it's against a good team, it's kind of insurmountable.
Did you feel like your team was prepared for this, or is it impossible to be prepared until you're out there with all those athletes?
In terms of our preparation, what we had, back in East Lansing, we felt very good about it. In terms of going through our process and the film work and the focus and the effort that we gave in practice, it was very sharp. And so I didn't have any issues with our preparation or our focus during the week.
Well, obviously you didn't expect 49-0 at the half. In light of what you had seen and prepared for, what did they do even better than what?
Well, I mean, it's not like they did anything better. It's the fact that we knew what they were capable of doing, and we knew what we had to stop, and we didn't stop them. I mean, because we got a lot of game film on these guys. There's a lot of film, a lot of examples of what they can do, running the ball, and throwing the ball, and then same thing defensively. And so there weren't from a coaching standpoint, there were no surprises out there in terms of what we saw. So it's a matter of they out executed us, and then they won some one-on-ones. And a lot of times it does come down to one-on-one matchups, and they won those.
7 touches for Kenneth today. Was that by design, or is that part of his foot limiting him right now?
Yeah, he's a little banged up right now, and so we're gonna get him as healthy as possible. Like I said earlier in the week, the guys that can go, they're gonna give us what they have. Guys that can't go, we'll try to get them back as soon as we can.
There was a lot of attention around your program this past week for rightfully good reasons, and even with all the contract extension talk and everything else, do you think any of that seeped into the walls and all the attention brings?
I didn't see any of that based upon our preparation. Typically, when you see distraction, like a distracted team, you see guys, not giving effort, not paying attention to detail, not focused. I didn't see that, and we always look for that, because in order for us to prepare and properly and be ready for the games for this particular team, we have to do everything right all the time. And so we're always looking for any little lapse of focus or effort or things like that, and we didn't see that this week.
What do you tell the guys after
What did I tell them? I told them, I said, listen, I said, we win as a team and we lose as a team. I told them that, what's most important is what's next. And what's next is we have to get on the video, we got to get on the tape, and we have to look at it and see what it, exactly what it is, what's the truth. Where were the breakdowns, why, who, and then own that. We have to own that. Say, oh, hey, there's no excuses, and then we have to fix those things. But in order to be able to do that, you can't make excuses. You have to be accountable to yourself, accountable to your teammates, and be able to say, listen, this is what I need to fix, this is what we need to fix, own it, and then fix it, and then move on. And I told them that a lot of, it's going to be it's really a test of character, as a team and as individual, men, because it's easy when things are going right and you're winning, or that's easy. But when it gets tough is when you have a performance like this, high expectations, you get blown out on the road, and then all the opinions take flight. And so now, what are you going to do now? How are you going to handle that? And that's really the true test of your character, and maturity. And I told him, quite frankly, I said, listen, we're not in the finger pointing business. We're not in the excuse business. So I told him, I said, if I see any finger pointing, I see any excuse making, or any fellowship of the miserable, or the poor me's, anything like that. I said, if I see that, since I'm running the program and I run the show, if I see that, then you're gone, because we don't operate like that. So it's going to be imperative that everybody just coaches and players own it, and then move on. And I told them that we have a home game. We're undefeated at home, and we have our seniors. It's going to be their last time in Spartan Stadium in the woodshed. And then I told them that we have some good teams to play left. Because we've had a good year. We have Penn State coming in, which is a very good team, and then whoever we play next is going to be a good team. So we have good teams left to play, and so we have to get as healthy as we possibly can, and we have to get back on track and get ready to go again. I told him, I said, listen, you don't have to go to the media, you don't have to go to them and say it was my fault and I did this, I did. I said, you don't got to do that. Just give Ohio State credit. They outplayed us. We didn't do what we needed to do, and give them credit. And then we need to get better, move on. And I told them that I don't want to hear a word on the bus or on the plane. We got a 38-minute plane flight, so there's nothing to talk about. Let's get showered up, get dressed, get the heck out of here, and get back to East Lansing, and let's go back to work. And I said we have to be able to do that. Okay? And the guys that can't do that will be confronted. Because listen, if you're in this game long enough, as a player, as a coach, you're gonna have days like this. It's just inevitable. It's gonna happen, and you don't want it to happen. You do everything you can to avoid it, and I hope this never happens again. But if it does, or when things like this do happen, it's all about how you respond. It's all about how you handle yourself. It's all about having class, having some maturity, keeping your head up, staying focused, blocking out the noise, and going to get and looking to get better. Someone asked me last week, said, "Can you get better at this time? Can you still get better as a team?" I said, "Absolutely. We can always get better. always improve, and that's what we need to do. And I also told him, I said, listen, I said, a lot of you guys are, in the game, got a chance to play a lot. And so just that quickly, you'll be in there. So you have to be ready to step up, and execute. So we're going to learn from this experience, but there's going to be zero tolerance for any of the, finger pointing, excuse making, things like that, because that's like a loser's mentality. That's what front runners do. We got blasted today, okay, and so that's what it was. We're gonna take it and go back.
What did you say at halftime before it gets to this point where you're telling them what to do next? At halftime, what was the message at that point?
The message was that it would be just like if we were up big at halftime. It's all about the second half. It's all about the next series. It's all about how we play. You play, each play without looking at the scoreboard. Each play has a history and a life of its own, and the film is going to show, the character of the team, like how we play. Like when we turn the film on, then it's gonna show what we're all about, individually and then as a group, players and coaches. So we're gonna go out there and we're gonna play one play at a time, execute, play hard, be physical, give great effort, use technique and fundamentals, play smart, and just keep playing the next play. Don't even look at the scoreboard. Just keep playing. That's how we should play all the time. And then we'll turn on the film and we'll see. Because it's an evaluation. So that's just really the reality of it. It's nothing. It's not. You don't try to go to make it positive. There's nothing positive about it. It just is what it is. So what do we got to do? What we have to do is we got to go out there, we got to play, and then what you do out there is going to say a lot about you as a player and us as a team, and then we'll learn more about ourselves, and that's going to help us moving forward.
Getting over the hump, having seen Ohio State since 2015, Peyton Ford said there's no magic formula when it comes to beating them. You just have to execute. You've mentioned that several times throughout the press conference. How disheartening is it maybe to see that the execution wasn't there?
Well, you're always disappointed when we don't get execution. Recruiting is where we're going to close the gap, and so that's because we need more depth, and we need more guys that can win one-on-one, and so I think that's obvious, and that's not, and I don't think that's news, actually, if anybody's really paying attention. So it's execution, obviously, and then we're going to recruit like crazy, like we've been doing. We're going to continue to do that, and we're just going to be relentless in doing that, and we're built to do that. We're built to recruit at a high level, and we'll continue to work to improve our team, get as healthy as we possibly can, and get ready for this next game. But for big picture, that's what we need to do. We need to recruit like crazy. All right, thank you. Appreciate you.